How do you know if a contractor is going to be good before you hire him? That's the question for today. I'm Ross, been flipping houses for 15 years, done 300 of them. I own 150 plus rentals, and I deal with lots of contractors. And here's what we're going to go through is what you should look for on these guys. I call it profiling and the truth about all of this in the first place. So profiling. All right, you don't want those guys on big billboards. They are operating their business. Good for them, okay? But you are just a cog in their machine. You're not going to be a big part of their business. And so my mindset is always that I want to be a big part of somebody's business. I want to be meaningful to them. The guys on the billboards, their business is marketing, okay? I'm not saying that they do crappy work. A lot of them do crappy work, or same as somebody else. But anyway, they're spending a lot on marketing. They're going to pass those expenses to you. You're going to overpay for work in the first place, and you're probably not going to get the product that you want. So I look for a few different things. This is what I profile for. Got a work truck or a work van. It's white, not a rust bucket, and it's certainly not a big jacked up truck. Same concept as the billboards. You're paying for that crap if they have it all wrapped and logoed out. I want a white work van. Maybe they have like a magnetic push on like phone number or tag on there, like some kind of logo. Okay, so that's number one. Also, don't want a rust bucket because then they're like barely holding on by a shoestring, and ultimately that shoestring breaks and then you have to pay for it. Second is that I want them to be somebody who runs a crew, or they're a crew of one. All right, so I have a lot of respect for people who have big companies and they have multiple crews and they're managing from afar. I've been that guy, and I'll tell you right now, it is really hard. You have to keep your eye on the prize all the time, and lots of mistakes happen. These guys that are out in the field mess things up, and you got to go check everything every time. And so I want somebody who is actually the business owner, and they're going out onto job sites with their crew and managing them right then and there. They're telling them exactly what to do. They're telling them what they messed up, and they're fixing it. And finally, I just want it to be somebody who wants to work with me. It's somebody who wants to build their business alongside of mine. They're going to, once again, put me at the top of their business, or at least focus on me as a customer. All right, so that's what I'm looking for in profiling. Where do I find these guys? 99% of them I'm finding at Home Depot. In the checkout line, they have drywall on their pants, on their shirt. They have calluses on their hands. They are working guys. They're out there. They're looking for you too, all right? And sometimes in the gas station, all right, go to the gas station, see a white van pull up. It's got ladders on the top. I'm going to introduce myself to those people, all right? You got to always be thinking about it. That's how you find good contractors. And then you bring them to a job site to give you a bid, and you get a read on whether they'd like to work with you or not. Now, here's the big thing though. You don't know. Nobody ever knows. No, you're not going to go look at pictures and stuff. If they have all that crap, here's the thing. You're paying for the marketing, all right? Those are the guys that I'm trying to avoid in the first place. Maybe they have a couple pictures of work they did, but it doesn't matter anyway. You can't tell anything from that other than that they have pride in their work, which is a great thing. But you can tell by, once again, the drywall dust on their pants, the paint, the calluses on their hands. You can tell if they're working people or not. Okay, so you just basically, you're going to have to take a swing at it. You can figure out if they know what they're talking about just by talking to them. You can tell, you can feel somebody that's experienced or not. But ultimately, you got to get them on a job site. And so what you want to do is start them small. Have them do, just the flooring and the paint at this house instead of take over the whole project. You work people up to that. And always it's not the contractor who pulls this off. It's you as the owner of the house that pulls this thing off. Okay, so don't think that you can just take everything and go throw it on somebody's lap and all of a sudden they're going to know and they're going to get it exactly like you want. You have to understand what you want. You have to set very clear expectations for these people. Hey, I'm going to have you go do the floors. All right, this is really important to me. I don't want you to do transition strips at the edge of every bedroom. I want the floors to run continuously through the house. No transitions. If you need to put it in a transition, you need to call me and we need to talk through it. Okay. I need to make sure that you don't undercut the doors. I want them to be as tight as you possibly can. I want you to take the trim off first because I don't want quarter round. I want the trim off and I want you to put it back on after you do the floors. I actually don't want that. I want the quarter round because it's cheaper, but you get my point. Okay. I want the floors to run this way, not that way in the house. Here are some other things that are really important to me. Do you understand, contractor? Great. Now I've set clear expectations. Now when it comes back and it's not that, I'm going to be like, sorry, dude. Remember when I said 3 different ways? I said verbally to you. I said in writing in the text message I sent. Go watch any of my videos. I talk about this every single time. It's verbal, written, and in media. I'm there taking a video. This is my little video camera thing here. Pretty sweet. Okay, you can use your phone, but I'm talking to the person on the job site. Hey, I just want to make sure that you saw this. This is like the undercutting I'm talking about. Gosh, this is one of my bugaboos. All right. And here are my bugaboos with paint. Okay, I've set the expectations 3 times. Guys, this is always what I'm telling you, is that it is always on you, all right? Nobody's going to figure it out, okay? This is absolutely on you to set clear expectations, and then you'll hold accountability. Yes, there are certain things that people should just know, but I don't trust any of it. I'm going to set the expectation. I'm going to go follow up. I'm going to make sure I get exactly what I want every time. So you're probably not going to go find the right contractor. You're going to find a contractor, and you're going to be the guy, okay? These are my philosophies. This is what I teach people in my free school community. It's free for now. Not sure how long that's going to be. It's linked below. Check it out. You can ask me any question. I answer almost every question every day, except for on Sundays. Check it out, or check out this video right here. See you later.